Okay, hey YouTubers, Joe here, K7JOE. As you can see, I shaved. Anyway, we're doing a Parks on the Air kind of an activation deal here. I just wanted to share with you the antenna setup that I'm using. It's pretty effective. I found that it works very well on 20 meters. I've got similar setups for 40 and for 80, although I think really on 20 and 40 it performs very well. So let me just show you what I've got. Okay, so we start off with the vehicle, which is a big chunk of metal. It's the ground plane. What we've got here is we basically have a CB type mag mount antenna mount, and it's just got a coax deal that I've lashed off of it. It's just magnetically coupled to the vehicle capacitively. I've got a 4-foot, it's just a 4-foot mast. It's made of aluminum. I wouldn't go down the road with it, but it's perfectly fine for stationary use. It's threaded 3/24 on each end. Then I've got an old, I think that's a Master Mobile coil that's basically designed for 20 meters. And then I've got a whip on the top that is off of a Ford Falcon, 1960s Ford Falcon, that happened to have a 3/24 thread on it, and goes up, and then I can just adjust the very tip in and out, and that'll resonate the antenna. It seemed to be able to handle no problem 400 or 500 watts PEP. It probably could do that on even more on on single sideband. I mostly run CW with it. Anyway, that's the rundown here. That's the simple antenna, and it seems to work pretty well. Just got a small length of coax that comes into the car here, and we'll take a look at that next. Okay, here's the setup in the back of the vehicle, and usually I would pull a table down and put some chairs down here and operate outside the car, but it's raining today, so I basically just climb into the vehicle. I got a little spot there that I can sit and lean sideways, and I've got the transceiver here. That's a Yaesu FT891. I was on CW before. I just put the paddles away, thought I'd try a little sideband, so I dug the mic out. And a little MFJ Econo tuner that is used in conjunction with the built-in SWR meter in the Yaesu transceiver. In case I need to go around the band and I don't want to adjust the width of the antenna, I can do a little bit of excursion with the antenna tuner. I generally do not use a non-resonant antenna. In other words, if I'm got the antenna set for 20 meters, that's the only band that I work. Generally, it does not work well if you're trying to work a high Q antenna, mobile whip type antenna on a band other than it was designed for. So in this case, I've got that 20 meter coil. It's resonant for 20. I can adjust it. It'll go to 30. If I extend that whip out, it'll cover 17 meters as well. So it's pretty versatile. I've got, as I said before, I've got a couple other coils also that I can use that'll get me on 40. I think I've got one for 75 or 80 meters. Okay, what am I doing to power the radio? I'm using a Duracell Marine battery, a Type 24, which seems to work pretty well. I'm using just a short length of cabling to avoid any kind of voltage drop. You'll notice there's no fuse holders in there, and it just goes directly into the radio. I do have an Anderson power pole here that I can take off, so if I need to plug in some other accessory into the battery, I can do that. Or if you've got one of those West Mountain deals, you can plug that in and then, I guess, charge the battery. I keep it really, really simple. The other thing that I like to use is I like to use this device here. This is a solar-powered cell phone charger, 5-volt charger that I can use to power things like my Nano VNA, or of course recharge the cell phone. It's fully solar powered, and it's magnetic, so if the sun were to come out, I could stick it on the side of the car in direct sunlight, and it would get a full charge in probably 6 or 7 hours. The capacity of this, I don't know what the capacity is, 2 amps or so, maybe more than that, maybe 3 amps. More than enough to charge the iPhone 3 or 4 times before you have to really recharge. What I normally do is when I'm parked somewhere, I just open it up and leave it right on the dash in the sunlight, and that keeps a charge on it, and it's always ready to go. So pretty handy. Okay, the last thing I'll show you is just the back of the radio. I've got just the coax for the antenna. I've got a very short coax jumper that goes to the radio, and then this cheap MFJ tuner, which I actually like a lot. It's much better than the automatic tuners that a lot of guys and gals play with. This one seems to work very well, and it's very easy to set up. You can record your settings on there. What I normally do will be put a black dot for 20 meters, a green dot for 40 meters, and red dots for 75 or 80 meters, and that lets you jump around the bands pretty quickly. It just seems to work better than those auto tuners, especially when you're in an environment where maybe you've got some common mode on the coax, as is typical with these unbalanced mobile antennas. Kilo 7 Japan Ocean Echo.
Kilo 7 again?
Yeah, Kilo 7 Japan Ocean England. K7 Japan Oscar Echo.
Radio.
Yeah, you're 5 and 9 Indiana, over.
What's the state?
Indiana, India, November.
Okay, thanks for Indiana. QRZ? Affordable sugar, Italy, X-ray.
Kilo 7 Japan Ocean Echo.
Kilo 7, Japan, Ocean Echo, 59 sugar, Italy, X-ray.
Roger, thank you. You're 5 and 9 Indiana.
Thank you, Alpha Charlie. 0 whiskey.
Kilo 7 Japan Ocean Echo Mobile.
Kilo 7, Japan, Ocean, Mobile, CD, the letters CD in Bernalillo, BER.
Okay, K7 Japan Oscar England. You're 5 and 9. My name is Joe in Indiana.
Actually, Kilo Whiskey, you still there? Over.
Yeah, Kilo 7 Japan Ocean Echo Mobile. You're 5 and 9 Indiana, over.
Thanks for Indiana, the person of the day. Like I said, the name is Steve, Sierra, Tango, Echo, Victor, Echo, and the county is Sandoval, Sierra, Alpha, November.
Yeah, okay, Roger, thank you. Appreciate the signal report, and have a good time in the QSO party. 7-3.
Have a big one of these other times, but good luck in the QSO party, and thanks for participating.